The 1776 to 1976 D half dollar is one of the most fascinating and historically meaningful coins ever produced by the United States Mint, and it represents far more than just 50 cents, because this coin was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the independence of the United States, marking 2 centuries since the nation was founded in 1776. This special coin is part of the Bicentennial coin series, and unlike regular half dollars that display a single year, this coin uniquely shows the dual date, 1776 to 1976, which symbolizes the birth of the nation and its bicentennial celebration. The D mint mark on the coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major coin production facilities in America, and this mint mark is usually found on the obverse side of the coin, just below the portrait. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy, who was one of the most beloved leaders in American history, and his image has appeared on the half dollar since 1964, shortly after his tragic assassination. His portrait on the bicentennial half dollar remains largely unchanged from the original design, showing his left-facing profile, strong jawline, and dignified appearance, symbolizing leadership, courage, and hope. The reverse side of the 1776 to 1976 half dollar is where the bicentennial theme truly comes to life, as it features a completely different design from the standard half-dollar reverse. Instead of the traditional presidential seal, this coin displays an image of Independence Hall, the historic building located in Philadelphia, where the Declaration of Independence was signed, and where the United States was officially born as a free nation. Independence Hall is shown in detailed engraving, capturing its recognizable tower and colonial architecture, representing freedom, independence, and national pride. Above the building, the words United States of America are clearly inscribed, and below it, the denomination, half dollar, confirms its value. This design was chosen through a national competition, and it was created by artist Seth G. Huntington, whose work became a permanent part of American numismatic history. The 1776 to 1976 D half dollar was produced in large quantities, with over 287 million coins struck at the Denver Mint alone, which means it is not considered extremely rare in circulated condition. However, the value of the coin can vary significantly depending on its condition, quality, and whether it has any unique mint errors or special characteristics. Coins that have been heavily circulated and show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces are usually worth only a small amount above their face value, typically ranging from 50 cents to a few dollars. However, coins that remain in uncirculated condition, meaning they were never used in everyday transactions and still retain their original mint luster, can be worth much more, sometimes between $5 and $20 or more, depending on their grade. The grading of coins plays a crucial role in determining their value, and professional grading services examine coins carefully under magnification to evaluate their condition. Coins that receive higher grades, such as MS65 or MS66, are considered to be in excellent condition and are highly desirable among collectors. These coins show sharp details, strong luster, and minimal imperfections. Some exceptionally well-preserved examples may even receive grades of MS67 or higher, and such coins can be worth significantly more, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars in the collector market. The surface quality, brightness, strike sharpness, and absence of damage all contribute to the overall grade and value of the coin. One important thing to understand is that most 1776 to 1976 D half dollars are made from a copper-nickel clad composition, which means they contain layers of copper and nickel bonded together. Unlike earlier half dollars minted before 1965, which were made from 90% silver, the bicentennial half dollar from the Denver Mint does not contain silver. However, there were special bicentennial half dollars produced at the San Francisco Mint that contained 40% silver, but those coins usually have an S mint mark instead of a D. Because the Denver version does not contain silver, its value depends mainly on collector demand and condition rather than precious metal content. Collectors are often especially interested in coins that have mint errors, because errors can make a coin rare and valuable. Some examples of mint errors include double die errors, where the design appears doubled due to misalignment during the minting process, off-center strikes where the design is not properly centered, and clipped planchets where part of the coin is missing due to a manufacturing mistake. These types of errors are uncommon, and when they are discovered on bicentennial half dollars, they can increase the coin's value significantly, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and uniqueness of the era. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1776 to 1976 D half dollar is its original mint state packaging. Some collectors obtain rolls or sets of coins that were never opened or circulated, and these coins often remain in pristine condition. Coins that still have their original mint brilliance, with shiny surfaces and no signs of wear, are highly attractive to collectors. Over time, as fewer pristine examples remain available, the value of such coins may increase due to scarcity and demand. The historical importance of this coin also makes it highly collectible. The Bicentennial celebration in 1976 was a major national event in the United States, and special coins were issued to allow ordinary citizens to own a piece of that historic milestone. These coins were widely saved by the public as souvenirs, which is why many examples still exist today in good condition. The dual date, 1776 to 1976, serves as a reminder of the nation's founding and its continued strength over 2 centuries. Even though millions of these coins were produced, they remain popular among collectors because of their symbolic design and historical meaning. Many collectors build complete sets of bicentennial coins, including the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, all featuring special reverse designs. The half dollar, in particular, stands out because of its large size and detailed depiction of Independence Hall. Its design represents freedom, democracy, and the birth of a nation that would go on to become one of the most influential countries in the world. The market value of the 1776 to 1976 D half dollar can change over time, depending on collector interest and market trends. While it may not make someone a millionaire in most cases, certain rare high-grade examples and era coins can still be quite valuable. Collectors always look for coins with original luster, sharp details, and minimal damage, as these qualities indicate that the coin has been well preserved. Proper storage is also important, because coins can lose value if they become scratched, tarnished, or damaged. When it comes to the value of the 1776 to 1976 D half dollar, the truth is both exciting and deeply fascinating, because while millions of these coins were produced, only a small percentage exist today in truly exceptional condition, and those few surviving examples are the ones that command remarkable attention and impressive prices in the global coin collecting market. The standard circulated version of the 1776 to 1976 D half dollar, the kind that has passed through countless hands over the decades, usually carries a modest value ranging from about $1 to $5, depending on how much wear it has suffered. However, once you step into the world of uncirculated coins, where the surface remains radiant and untouched by time, the value begins to climb dramatically, often reaching $10, $20, $50, or even more, especially when the coin still displays its original mint brilliance and sharp, untouched detail. What truly transforms this coin from ordinary to extraordinary is its condition, its preservation, and its perfection. A coin graded at MS63, which means it retains strong visual appeal with only minor imperfections, can easily be valued between $20 and $40. When the grade increases to MS65, where the coin displays exceptional luster and very minimal flaws, the value often rises to between $50 and $100. But the real magic begins at MS66 and MS67 grades, where the coin appears almost exactly as it did on the day it was born inside the powerful presses of the Denver Mint. At these elite levels, collectors are willing to pay hundreds of dollars, sometimes reaching $300, $500, or even $800 for a single flawless example. And then there is the rare and breathtaking realm of near-perfect and perfect coins. An MS67 plus example of the 1776 to 1976 D half dollar can reach values between $1,000 and $3,000, depending on its eye appeal and certification. In extremely rare situations, when a coin achieves an MS68 grade, which represents almost unimaginable perfection, its value can explode to $5,000, $7,000, or even $10,000 or more, because coins of this caliber are extraordinarily rare and highly sought after by elite collectors and investors who recognize true excellence. Another powerful factor that can elevate the value dramatically is the presence of mint errors. Mint errors are like hidden miracles frozen in metal, created during the intense and complex minting process. A double die error, where the design appears slightly duplicated, can increase the value to hundreds or thousands of dollars. An off-center strike error, where the coin design is partially shifted, can raise the value to $500, $1,000, or even more depending on how dramatic and visually striking the error appears. Clipped planchet errors, strike-through errors, and rare die misalignments can push the coin's value into the $2,000, $4,000, or even $8,000 range, especially if the coin remains in uncirculated condition. The brilliance of this coin is not just measured in dollars, but in its timeless beauty and historical soul. When you hold this coin, you are holding a living symbol of the 200-year journey of the United States, a nation that rose from revolution to global influence. The portrait of John F. Kennedy on the front represents leadership, courage, and inspiration, while the image of Independence Hall on the reverse represents the birthplace of freedom itself. Every detail tells a story, every line carries meaning, and every reflection of light across its surface reminds collectors why coins like this continue to capture hearts and imaginations across generations. Collectors who discover one of these coins in exceptional condition often experience a sense of wonder and excitement, because they know they are holding something far greater than its face value. Over time, as fewer perfect examples survive and demand continues to grow, the value of the finest specimens can continue to rise, making them not only historical treasures, but also powerful long-term collectibles. If you are fortunate enough to own a 1776 to 1976 D-half dollar, take a closer look at its surface, its shine, its sharpness, and its beauty, because what may appear ordinary at first glance could in fact be an extraordinary piece worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right person to recognize their true worth. If you enjoyed this incredible journey into the hidden value and timeless beauty of this historic coin, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next discovery, because the next coin you see could change everything. Thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and thank you for being part of this amazing adventure into the world of rare and valuable coins.